The Aces prepare to take on the Phoenix Mercury in the first ever best-of-7 finals series. The Aces have been on a remarkable run from winning 21 of their last 24 games to pulling off an incredible overtime victory in a decisive Game 5.
The nightmare the WNBA always feared has finally arrived. One injury, one player, one broken moment, and suddenly the future of the entire league looks like it's hanging by a thread. Caitlin Clark, the rookie who carried women's basketball into primetime, who single-handedly made arenas sell out and forced television networks to actually care, is now sidelined. And without her on the court, the lights are turning off, the cameras are leaving, and the attention is disappearing faster than it came. Reports are already leaking that ESPN and FOX Sports, the two biggest platforms that gave the WNBA a stage this season, are quietly pulling back. No more live segments, no more endless debate shows about Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, no more daily headlines. Why? Because without Caitlin Clark, they don't believe anyone is watching. The WNBA, desperate and furious, is lashing out. League executives are slamming the media for abandoning women's basketball. Players are venting online, demanding more respect. But the truth hurts. The numbers don't lie.
It looked like the WNBA saga, the little run that they had, is now over. As major networks could be pulling segments from the broadcast and this current CBA agreement is heating up, this is all what the owners...
Ratings are collapsing, sponsors are panicking, and the Caitlin Clark effect has been exposed for what it really was. The only thing keeping the WNBA alive in the mainstream. To understand the tantrum the WNBA is throwing now, you have to rewind to the beginning of Caitlin Clark's impact. When she was at Iowa, Clark wasn't just another college star. She was a movement. Every game she played turned into a national event. She wasn't just breaking scoring records, she was dragging women's basketball into living rooms that never cared before. The Final Four in 2023 and 2024 drew historic numbers, shattering previous viewership records. Millions tuned in to watch her hit logo threes, yell at crowds, and outduel some of the best players in the country. ESPN plastered her highlights everywhere because they knew the truth. She won as ratings gold. When Clark declared for the WNBA draft, the hype was unlike anything women's basketball had seen. The Indiana Fever, a team that had been irrelevant for years, suddenly became the hottest ticket in town. Home and away, Fever games sold out arenas that had been half empty for decades. TV cameras followed her everywhere. Debate shows like First Take and Undisputed made her a daily topic.
Right. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate the Mercury for advancing to the finals. And I want to be clear, this conversation is not about winning or losing. It's about something much bigger. The real threat to our league isn't money, it isn't ratings, or even missed calls, or even physical play.
Analysts who barely mentioned the WNBA were suddenly breaking down her jump shot and debating whether she was already the league's biggest star. This wasn't just hype, it was financial reality. The Fever's road games had record attendance numbers. Opposing teams started moving games into bigger arenas just to fit the demand. Merchandise sales exploded. ESPN's highest-rated WNBA broadcasts in history came directly from games Caitlin Clark played in. But here's the problem. All of that attention was built around one player. And now, with her injured, the league's biggest weakness has been brutally exposed. Without Caitlin Clark, interest collapses. ESPN and FOX Sports are businesses. They don't care about promoting equality or giving fair coverage out of kindness. They care about numbers. They care about clicks, ratings, advertising dollars. And when Caitlin Clark played, the numbers went up. When she went down, the numbers went down even faster. Already, reports say ESPN has started trimming back its WNBA coverage. Segments that used to feature Clark and the Fever are being replaced with NFL debates or NBA preseason drama. Fox Sports is moving on too. Without Clark's highlight reels to spark conversations, their producers don't see the value. This is what terrifies the WNBA. For years, the league has begged for more exposure, more airtime, more respect. But it was never the league that earned it. It was Caitlin Clark. And now, as networks pivot away, players and executives are furious.
Yeah, I think any rookie coming into this league, you all kind of experience the same thing. You're moving to a new city, you're meeting new people, have new teammates, have new coaches. You're trying to figure out how the WNBA works. So I think it's all just really new. Like, you're starting.
This moment is brutal but revealing. It shows exactly how fragile the WNBA's so-called growth is. Without Clark, they are invisible again, and the league hates it. Think about the symbolism. When Clark went down, it wasn't just the Indiana Fever losing their star. It was the entire WNBA losing its heartbeat. Networks don't see value, fans don't feel urgency, and sponsors don't see return on investment. And yet, through all this chaos, Caitlin Clark herself hasn't complained. She hasn't begged for attention or blamed anyone. She's focused on recovery, on getting back stronger, on proving why she matters. Meanwhile, the league that often treated her with jealousy is now realizing just how much they need her. This tantrum from the WNBA is less about ESPN and FOX Sports abandoning them and more about the mirror it forces them to look into. For all their talk of equality and growth, the hard truth is this: their league still isn't strong enough to stand on its own without a superstar like Clark. And until they learn how to build real momentum, this cycle will repeat. The long-term impact of this moment is enormous. The WNBA can't hide from it anymore. Caitlin Clark is not just a player, she is the league. When she plays, they thrive. When she doesn't, they collapse. That's not a sustainable business model. If ESPN and FOX Sports are really pulling back, it means the WNBA has to rethink everything. They can't just rely on one star to carry them. They need to develop rivalries, storylines, personalities that fans actually care about. They need to stop resenting Caitlin Clark's success and start learning from it. Clark's rise showed what fans want. They want intensity. They want emotion. They want authenticity. They don't want manufactured rivalries or forced narratives. They want real drama, real competition, real stars who aren't afraid to put on a show. Clark gave them all of that. That's why millions tuned in. If the WNBA ignores that lesson, they risk losing everything. Because once ESPN and FOX Sports move on, it's hard to get them back. Media companies chase trends. Right now, Caitlin Clark is the trend. Without her, the league goes dark. And in today's world of fast content and endless sports choices, darkness is death. But there's another way to look at this. But what happens in the meantime will define the WNBA's future. Will they collapse without her? Or will they finally rise and prove they can stand without leaning on her shoulders? For now, the tantrum continues. The league screams about coverage. The players vent about respect. But the silence from ESPN and FOX Sports speaks louder than anything. Without Caitlin Clark, the spotlight is gone. And unless the WNBA learns to change, it might never come back.